Hello viewers, how are you? Welcome to Unacademy. Right, today I'm going to take a first class, and this is going to be something amazing, something good about CSAT. Right, first of all, please welcome to Unacademy. Unacademy happens to be the largest platform for teachers, right, and students as well. Why Unacademy? All of you know we have widest choice of educators, flexibility to change courses, unlimited views, that is really important, dedicated doubt solving sessions, again this is something really unique, printed comprehensive notes, end-to-end preparation, live mentorship, daily answer writing practice for mains, and the results as well. Then we are the best platform for India's best educators, it, right guys? So please, just check out the Unacademy subscription plans. This is a plus plan, iconic plan. You can use the given code and you can get 10% off also, right? Then there are combo subscriptions for plus and iconic. Over there also, you may pick up your own plan and you may get, a good discount of 10% with using the code that is given over here. Unacademy optional subscription is also available. See, you can get 10% off over here also. So obviously, that's a good deal for all of you. Now, with rupees 9,900, you can get notes, right? And when you talk about notes, the details is always given to you. There are 20 UPSC CSE GS booklets, comprehensive coverage of each and every topic. Integration of UPSC mains PYQs, which is really good. Also, there are timelines, mind maps, contemporary issues, everything covered. So guys, just don't waste time, right? Please just go for it, huh? Then this is a UPSC CSE batches that have been launched. It's a bilingual batch. It has started on 29th of September. You can join it. And that these are the best teachers around, right guys? And then you can avail EMI options as well, so that is also available. So you can contact, this is the number given to you guys, so you can contact the number and you can get EMI options as well, right? Now, my name is Rishi Bhargava and I train students for CSAT. Now, when we talk about CSAT, it is actually a qualifying paper, most of you know, but it's a one full paper, right? So as far as my qualifications are concerned, I've done my MSc in mathematics, MPhil in mathematics and MBA in marketing. But I think the most important qualification is that I have been training students for CSAT since the inception of CSAT. All right, so you would realize that I have seen most of the exams that has happened, and state exams as well, state civil services, state CSATs also, right? So with this experience, I would be training you all for aptitude, reasoning, data interpretation, data sufficiency, etc., right? Whatever is important would be taught over here, right? So over other than that, I love traveling. I am a very active bike rider, and I love cooking, right? See my health. You can understand I am a hardcore Punjabi, and you're going to really enjoy these classes, right? So what exactly lies in front of you? See, you can actually subscribe on our Telegram channel. So this is IAS Icons 1, and you can follow my community. It's Bhargava Rish. All right, you can actually follow me on my community as well. So CSAT. Now, what exactly I have named CSAT? So we know that CSAT is one full paper, and I have named it as Chak De CSAT. Now, Chak De is a brilliant movie. Most of you might have seen it. If you have not seen it, kindly you can see it as well. It's a great motivational movie. So Chak De CSAT basically means that let's clear CSAT together. All right, let's not be afraid of it. Let's study together. Let's feel motivated and let's just cross this barrier of CSAT. Surprisingly, there was a kind of a survey that we conducted with a lot of UPSC students, and the result of the survey was that 70%, nearly 70% students think that CSAT is the toughest hurdle to cross. And amazingly, this is something which was not the case 3, 4, 5 years back. Obvious reason is that the paper has also become very tough, and they have started asking questions from the topics that generally students miss. We will talk about that as well. So the program basically would be we have to clear CSAT, and I would be starting from the very basic, meaningly I will start from ABCD and reach till XYZ, right? So each and everything would be covered comprehensively in this module. Now, first of all, let's discuss the components of CSAT. CSAT components as per the syllabi, let's talk about it. As per the syllabi they have mentioned, right? Mental ability, now when we talk about mental ability, we are not sure, because everyone would have a different tool to judge mental ability. So mental ability over here is taken as quantitative aptitude. And once I'm talking about quantitative aptitude, right, I would be talking about arithmetic, right, I would be talking about numbers. Third, I would be talking about geometry and mensuration, and I am just writing the topics that have actually being really prevalent in the exam. All right, and algebra. So these are the prevalent topics. These are the topics that generally come in your exam. So once you talk about arithmetic, so in case of arithmetic, topics like percentages, profit and loss, ratios, right, averages, allegations, simple interest and compound interest, they come into it, right? There would be more topics as well. As far as numbers are concerned, so I'm just changing the color, right? Numbers. Now let's talk about numbers. So if I talk about numbers, they are asking about remainders, they are asking about factors, right? Then they are asking about unit digit, remainders, factors, unit digits, number of zeros. So these are few topics that have actually been there in your CSAT exam, right? Similarly, when I talk about geometry, so geometry and mensuration is more based on mensuration, not too many questions on angles, but a lot of questions on area, surface area, volume, and Pythagoras theorem. A lot of questions has been from these topics. And then comes algebra. Algebra has been the integral part. To be very frank to you, algebra was a part of GS before CSAT was incepted. Most of you may not know it, that there were few aptitude questions that were a part of GS paper before CSAT. So they used to ask a lot of permutation, combination, probability questions. So I have seen a lot of permutations and combinations, a lot of probability questions, a lot of questions on set theory, Venn diagrams, then a lot of questions on AP and GP, not GP but AP. Yes, I have seen arithmetic progression. I haven't seen much of geometric progression other than one time. So this is a detail of only mental ability, the topic that most of the students actually fear. To be very frank, I think these are the things that many of you actually would be phobic to, isn't it? Now arithmetic, I can write more, time, speed, distance as well, time, speed, distance, right? Then I can write in arithmetic is time and work as well, unitary method as well. So these are certain topics which I might not have written, but I have tried to write most of them. Clear? So this is the detail of mental ability. Then comes the second part. Part 2 is reasoning. When we talk about reasoning, most of the time the questions I have seen, cubes and dices, coding, decoding, cubes and dices, coding, decoding, directions, relations, syllogisms. They haven't missed anything. To be very frank to you, years and years of analysis says that they do not miss topics. They do give a lot of topics, right? Sequences. All right. Then you can, again, as far as topics are concerned, there are lots and lots of topics, right? So you can think of, picture reasoning. Then a lot of time puzzles. When we talk about puzzles, analytical reasoning, sitting arrangements, circular sitting arrangements, that would be the part of reasoning. So these are the topics like, again I'm missing real important topics is clocks, calendars, and the topics go on and on and on. Again, I find that most of the students are a bit comfortable with it, but the topics like syllogisms, genuinely tough, clocks and calendars, genuinely tough, and every year you see there would be a question on clocks, questions on calendar, there would be 2-3 questions on syllogisms. So I find that probably, these are the topics that actually give you a lot of marks as well. So you should be actually very good in the reasoning portion. Yes, mental ability, quantitative aptitude may be tough, but this is one part which actually you should actually be really good. Then comes, the third portion. The third portion would be data interpretation. And data sufficiency. When we talk about data interpretation, the type of data that I have seen in data interpretation, I have seen tables, pie charts, bar graphs, and line graphs. So these are the 4 types that are prevalent, and all 4 types have actually been in the paper. So each and every type has come in the exam, right? So it is not that you say that this is important, this is not. No, nothing like that. And then, something which was actually, I always thought that data sufficiency is a topic which is very, very tough. It is called the toughest reasoning in the world, and you can find it in CAT, XAT, I think a lot of papers like GMAT. I found data sufficiency to be there because data sufficiency is called toughest reasoning, as it can combine any part of aptitude, any part of reasoning, and then I can frame a question. So data sufficiency is one part which genuinely is tough, and year 2022 I have seen there were 8 to 9 questions that were from the topic data sufficiency. They would take sitting arrangement and then they would make a question on data sufficiency. They would take equations, they would make a question on data sufficiency. So last year I had seen a question on ages, and the question on ages was put in terms of data sufficiency. So what exactly is data sufficiency? It is basically a statement is given, and after the statement there are 2 more statements given. So a question is given, 2 statements are given, and you had to check whether the question is solvable using first statement or second statement or combination of both the statements. So it is considered to be tough. So you realize the portion that is written on the board right now would actually be really important as well. Everything has come in the exam as well, and genuinely they ask bit tricky questions. They do not ask straight questions. They genuinely ask bit of the tricky questions. So this is all about quantitative aptitude, that is reasoning, then it is data interpretation, data sufficiency, and the last and really important would actually be English. Now when we say English, most of the time when we started training students for English, it was verbal as well as reading comprehension, but they have been focused more on reading comprehension only. So the passages would come, there would be passages in the exam, and there would be a very big passage, but it would be accompanied by only one question, sometimes two questions, which means that they want you to read the full passage to answer one question. Now there were, when they started CSAT, there were, paragraph and direct questions out of the paragraph, which generally is easy also for students. But nowadays they ask, the level of questions they ask is nothing to do with paragraph. Sometimes it is to, do with decision making. So genuinely I find that English RCs are again reasoning portions only, because reading comprehensions generally are framed either to check your vocabulary or to check your reading skills, but over here these reading comprehensions are framed to check your reasoning ability. So in and all, this is what exactly CSAT is, right? So I have taken just one slide and I've explained it to you, and I hope that this is one slide you would never ever forget, right? And then I would talk about the weightage as well. So I hope that you have gone through it properly, and we can proceed about the weightage. Now when the they started with CSAT, they used to give 80 questions. They were 80 questions, and there were 40 and 40 equal. 40 was from English, reading comprehension only, most of them reading comprehension only, and 40 was from mental ability side, mental ability, reasoning, data, interpretation. When they started, I had not seen data sufficiency. There was a topic called decision making. And they would give you a certain situation and they would give you 4 options, and all those 4 options would actually be so close to each other that we used to generally think that which option is right, because every option felt as if it was right. This is how they started. This is how they started CSAT, and the word was that CSAT is a very easy paper. Now with 40 mental ability questions and 40 English questions, and it was not a qualifying paper, right? So it was actually, marks were actually added to your GS score, and after 2-3 years, they changed this into a qualifying paper. And now when it is a qualifying paper, only 1/3 of the marks are required. So again 80 questions, and 1/3 of 80, see 81 is a multiple of 3, 27. So you approximately have to get 27 to 28 questions right. This is the deal now. You have to get 27 to 28 questions right. And the seriousness vanished. once you feel that yes, they started with such a easy thing, 40 English and 40 from mental ability, and then they made it qualifying, so everyone thought that now anyone can clear it. This is where the real problem began. I think it was good over here, but now with qualifying paper it is not good, because obviously they won't want many people to qualify. So suddenly these 80 questions down the line, 50 to 55 questions were from mental ability. Now mental ability side, where it is mental ability and reasoning and data interpretation, and they introduced data sufficiency. So suddenly decision making was no more the part of it, and data sufficiency came into it, right? And there would be 25 to 30 questions from English side. So there was no advantage for English students as well. So now you automatically think that you have to study this part of mental ability, reasoning and data interpretation. Reason was that most of the students were dependent that we would crack English, we won't touch this mental ability part, and we would easily make it. So they changed it from 40-40 to this portion, and it has been retained after that. 55, 56 questions, 57 questions from mental ability, and 25 to 30 questions from English now. So you cannot depend upon English. And when they started, English was easy. Now with the passage of time, they have also realized that there are people, those who think they are good at English, so they have started putting passages which are more decision oriented rather than passage oriented or maybe vocabulary oriented. They don't want to check your grammar, they want to check your reasoning skills in passages as well. So when it started, then it became a problem, because now the weightage of 50 comes out to be really huge. 50 questions if you say out of 80, so 50 upon 80 is 5/8, and 5/8 comes out to be 62.5%. So 62.5% of the paper now is going to be from the side which you don't really like, which you don't really appreciate, which you don't want to work for. So this is how it changed. So 2016 onwards, I have seen that the questions have increased for mental ability, and for English it has decreased. So now people, those who are phobic of mathematics, they now feel that this is tough, this is really tough. No, this is not tough. The toughest part came few years back, past 2-3 years. Most of the UPSC aspirants, they would always go for preparation after checking 3-4 years previous year questions. 3-4 year previous year questions would define it. But last 3-4 years, they have started putting a lot of numbers, which was actually not at all there before, right? So numbers is something which actually is itself very huge, and they have started with unit digit, they started with remainders. So past 3-4 years, they are putting remainders, divisibility rules, divisibility rule of 3, divisibility rule of 7, divisibility rule of 9. This is something which is not ordinary kind of mental ability now. This is a specialization in mental ability. This is what they are looking for. All right. Then, they have started putting a lot of data sufficiency. I'm going to record a video very soon for 2022 questions. I'm going to take sample questions and show you what is data sufficiency, questions from numbers, how to solve other questions also. Then the students hated statement questions. They went into statement questions, because I know there would be many of you, those who would leave a question if the statement is big. I myself know so many people in my friend circle who gave a damn party, when they left mathematics after 10th class. They were like, oh my God, wow, great party today, right? So that party actually stops somewhere. And this is a problem when, you start preparing for UPSC, many art students, commerce students, or non-mathematical background students, they feel confident about this preparation, and then comes CSAT, where they are asking something the students never liked. They left mathematics. This is the feeling that students have, that we left mathematics after 10th class. Why are they asking questions? But believe me, for past 10, 12 years I've been training. Actually, whatever questions that are asked in CSAT are not, relevant, or are not from 11th class syllabus or 12th class syllabus or graduation mathematics syllabus. So CSAT is not mathematics. That's wrong. CSAT, you equate it to mathematics, which is actually wrong, which is not equal. CSAT is not equal to mathematics, right? CSAT is an aptitude test. When I have thousands and thousands of aspirants for a certain job and I have to test them, I would rather test them with an aptitude test. This is what UPSC is also trying to do. Now, when I say it is not mathematics, I can talk about certain questions as well, and we will think about it. So what exactly is required, sir? What exactly is required? Now I've given you what is CSAT, how with the course of time CSAT has actually changed, isn't it? Now let's see what exactly is required, how to go about it. So when I say how to go about it, listen, first important aspect to understand is that you have to, if you are weak, you have to attend regular classes. You have to attend regular classes. Now, if you are not feeling well, you go to the doctor, isn't it? that is you pay a fee, you go to the doctor. If you are not good in aptitude, if you find it to be tough, you join a course. First, attend regular classes, right? Second, solve problems. Now, this is really important in context of UPSC aspirants, because UPSC students, they would make notes for one full year, and at the end of the year, or maybe from I think February onwards, they would start revising it. So many a times I have seen people making notes out of CSAT also, and I tell them, don't make notes, just practice questions, solve questions, because obviously over there you have to solve a question to get an answer. There is no point you make 3 copies, 4 copies, and you revise it afterwards. It won't actually matter, because you have not solved questions. For each topic you should actually solve 60 to 70 problems, so that if there is a tricky problem that comes in the paper, which genuinely there is a lot of tricky problems, so you don't get jitters, you don't get scared, because you have solved 60 to 70 problems from each topic. I think that really makes a lot of sense. And the third part is doubts. Yes, when you solve questions, you would have doubts. So doubts clarity is the most important part, because when we teach in a class, there are students who are able to solve a question very quickly. There are students who take time, but there are students who don't know how to solve it, who don't know how to start, isn't it? So, doubt clarity from day one is so important for these students, those who actually don't know how to start. Yes, there are students, yes, and I know there are students, and really it is something that there would be someone who would be bad at economics as well, there would be someone who would be bad at geography as well. So it is nothing to do with that you are bad at. I am just not pinpointing, I am saying yes, there would be these kind of students. So why can't we have doubt clarity sessions? So have a lot of doubt clarity sessions. All right, so see, regular classes are important, solving problems are important, doubt clarity is important, and once you have done it, then the fourth part is test yourself. Yes, I think this is really important. testing yourself is one part which actually, makes you understand where the problem is, isn't it? And fifth, learn certain techniques and shortcuts. Yes, shortcuts are really important. So learn certain techniques and shortcuts, and once you are done with it, it will give you a lot of confidence, and you may not be wasting a year. I've seen people dropping a year just because of CSAT. So you save a year also, right? And many of the students are asking, is this the right time to go? Yes, with a qualifying nature of the paper, it is a qualifying paper. Yes, in that case, you need to have good 3-4 months of classes, problem solving, doubt clarity, testing, and you would be able to qualify for the paper. I am not going to discuss about the extra advantages. There are a lot of extra advantages as well. Obviously, if you prepare well for CSAT, then you are preparing yourself for all, subsequent exams like SSC, bank PO, state exams. Most of the UPSC aspirants, they are appearing for these kind of exams as well. So they are able to, clear those exams. Why? Because they're very good at GS. With UPSC preparation, you are awesome at GS. And then, with good CSAT skills, obviously you can appear for papers like insurance or banking or railways. So government jobs, a lot of government jobs you would have chance to clear, like CDS as well. So it actually is a real advantage to prepare for CSAT. I don't know there is any disadvantage. All I know is advantage, right? Now if I'm talking about shortcuts and techniques, now definitely, there would be a point where, this is something really attractive, really interesting. And this is the reason why I'm here at Unacademy, right? This is one video, you can show it to anyone. The techniques, I'm going to give you 1 or 2 techniques today so that you feel confident and you feel happy that we are going to learn, techniques. And you can actually discuss it with your parents as well. You can discuss it with your younger siblings as well. You can actually impress your parents now, right? So what techniques? Since childhood, one formula is inscribed in our mind. I know that this is something I'm writing, and you would actually say, yes sir, a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. Everyone knows it, and you may be reciting it as like a square plus b square plus 2ab. But as teachers, we generally write it as a square plus 2ab plus b square, right? As teachers, this is how we write it. Now, when I see this formula, so can I think of what is 43 ka square? So most of you would do, so it is 40 plus 3 square, which is equal to 40 square plus 3 square plus 2 times 40 into 3. This is what we were taught. And yeah, you may get an answer, but this is not a shortcut technique. So let me give you a beautiful shortcut technique from here. Can I write this as a square plus ab plus b square, and ab over here, once I add this, it is a square plus 2ab plus b square. I hope you would agree to this. Yes sir. So if this is so, now listen to me. Listen to me. I say, what is 43 ka square? Right? So treat b as 3 and a as 4. So what is 3 square? 9. What is 4 square? 16. And then this is a into b. What is 4 into 3? 12. And write 12 over here again the way we have done it over here. Now add it. 9 goes down. 12 plus 12 is 24. 2 over here. 16 plus 2 is 18. Your answer of 43 square is 1849. Wow. So this is a, I don't know whether you have paid attention to it or not. This is more easy. Sir, one more. Sir, one more. Isn't it? Sir, one more. So I said, chalo, what is 72 ka square? So 2 square is 4. 7 square is 49. And 7 2s are 14. And write 14 again. See, A into B here. And 1 AB again. So that is 7 2s are 14. So I've written 14 again. So add it. This 4 goes down. 14 plus 14 is 28. 2 carry. 5184. Easy. A 2-digit number, right? A 2-digit number, right? Now, there would be a lot of interest. There would be a lot of interest. Sir, what is, sir, one more. I think one more you deserve, isn't it? So let's talk about one more. So when I say, guys, let me change it to, I say 45 ka whole square. So I know the answer. 25, right? And 25 is the answer. That is something I'm going to teach you, a number ending with 5. So any number that is ending with 5, its square would end with 25. Ending with 5, the square would end with 25. Then see this number, the other number is 4. The number bigger than 4 is 5. 4 5s are 20. 20, 25. One more logic, right? Then I say, what is 36 ka square? So it is not ending with 5. 6 square, 36. 3 square, 9. 3 into 6 is 18. So write 18 over here. Now this is different. Listen, there is 36. So when 36 goes down, 6 is written, 3 is carried. This is important. See, mathematics, we only write single digit and another digit is carried, right? So 36, 6 written, 3 carries, right? 18 plus 18 is 36 plus 3 is 39, right? And 3 carry, and 9 plus 3 is 12. 1296. Now guys, calculation skills are important. You get data interpretation. A lot of time we have to do a lot of solving. Alright. So this is something really, really important. Huh? Sir, one more. So let's see. One more, sir. So let's talk about it. I think it becomes easier and easier to solve it now, isn't it? I say, what is 82 ka square? Any 2-digit number can be easily sorted out. 2 square is 4, 8 square is 64, and 8 2s are 16. So write 16 over here, 16 more. 4 comes down, 16 plus 16 is 32. 2 here, 3 carry, 6, 7, 2, 4. I hope this is something you have never thought, isn't it? This is something you have never thought. There are formulas, but there are ways where you can use these formulas. So any class of mine, I promise you, any class of mine, you're going to have something really, really different. Every time you meet me, you would say, sir, teach something different, and I'm going to do that, right? Now, is there a limitation? Is there a limitation? I can see somebody watching the video and saying, sir, only 2-digit. What about 3-digit number? Join the course. I promise you, give me any number, I can square it. I promise you, give yourself any number, you would be able to find the square of the number. I don't think that this is something to do with any challenge, but your squaring is easy. Come on, it is not tough, right? So I hope that today when you watch this lecture and see the formula, your perception would change. And if you are smart, we can cube also. We know a plus b ka whole cube is a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube. I would ask you, the students over here, to use this formula to cube the numbers. Sir, can you do it? Yes, I can do it. I can find 4th power also, 5th power also. How does that matter? Sir, can you write all the formulas? Do you know what is the formula for a plus b raised to the power 5? Yes, sir. I know it. Not at all a problem. You would also know it. Formulas are never an issue. The biggest problem that, the hate for mathematics or hate for, if I talk about hate for aptitude part, came because we were actually forced to remember so many things. I still remember, you know, we were forced to do tables. We were forced to do tables, isn't it? Tables. And if you want to talk in Hindi, table means pahade, right? Pahade, right? Do you remember that? Yes, I was in a government school, and I still remember Hindi medium school. I still remember, you know, going with all the confidence. Yes, I know all the tables. And then, you know, teacher used to say, it started from the reverse. And then you say, oh, come on, right? So you are reciting table of 19 and that also from reverse. How is it possible? So, sir, this is not fair, but you don't never get anything fair in life. So, tables. I realized that you just did not see them properly. Tables is something you have not seen properly. See, on social media, there is one table which is very rocking. Yes, this is one table which actually has, I have seen it so many times. I knew it so way before, but I'm sure a lot of you were not aware of it. So social media has done something good also to us, right? So table of 9, I think table of 9 everyone knows. Table of 9. Table of 9. So, you know, they say write this 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0, and then start from 0 and reverse order. See, it is 9 to 0 and 0 to 9. This is something I have seen. I knew about it long time back. I knew about this long time back, but I have started seeing it on social media many a times. So what happens is, over this side it is minus of 1, minus of 1, minus of 1, minus of 1, and over this side it is plus of 1, plus of 1, plus of 1 to this side. Table of 9. And if you have not seen it, that's good, no problem. You write it today. Sir, one table, 9 table is done. Have you ever gone beyond it? My question is that once you saw this table of 9, have you thought of table of 19? Sir, can table of 19 be done? Let's think about it. Let's think about it. When you see table of 19, right? When you see table of 19, see, it automatically you would say that it's ending with 9, 8, 7, 6. It is ending 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Just check out. 19 ones are 19, 19 twos are 38, 19 threes are 57, 19 fours are 76. Isn't it? Ending with 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. But here we write 1. Now, this is observation. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 plus 2 is 7, 7 plus 2 is 9, 9 plus 2 is 11, 11 plus 2 is 13, 13 plus 2 is 15, plus 2 is 17, plus 2 is 19. Table of 19. Table of 19. Sir, this is amazing. Every table can be done like this. Every table ending with 9 can very easily sorted out like this. So, sir, what about table of 29? See, table of 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. Right, and it starts with 2 plus 3. So, over here, table of 9 was plus 1, table of 19 was plus 2, table of 29 is plus 3. 2 plus 3 is 5, and 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11, 11 plus 3 is 14 plus 3 is 17 plus 3 is 20, 23, 26, 29, table of 29, done, right? Sir, what about, so any table ending with 9, right? So I say, if we keep on doing so, I say table of 99, guys, 99, table of 99, 9, 8, 6, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Then start with 9. See, when there was 2, it was plus 3. When there was 1, it was plus 2. When there is 9, it would be plus 10, right? So it is 19, 29, 39, 49, 59, 69, 79, 89, 99. Done. Table of 99. Right. So now you get something really amazing. Now you get something really, really good. Huh? So you are able to crack tables, isn't it? You are able to crack tables, but only ending with 9. Is it so? Is it so? So can you write it once? I just give you time to write as well. I just give you time to write as well. So you have written it. But then, sir, what about other tables? It was more of a phobia that was created and awe that was created. We were not able to think about anything, right? So table, if I say what is numeric table of 41, what is the problem? Sir, 41 ones are 41, 42 twos are 82, 41 3. So, somewhere you will fumble. Somewhere you will fumble. But I think the basics required for tables were tables from 1 to 9. Nothing else was required. If you know tables from 1 to 9, you know every numeric table. For example, table of 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's a great song. So, and then what is table of 4? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40 and 41. You know what I have written, guys? Table of 41. Sir, what have you done? Yes, this is table of 41. Right? One side you write table of 1 and another side you write table of 4. Table of 41. What is 41 threes are? It is 3 ones are 3 fours are, isn't it? So why you do this 41 threes are 3 ones are 3 fours are, but we do like this 1 threes are 3, 4 threes are 12, 12 3. So think reverse, isn't it? Even I'll teach you adding. So I'm planning to take a Vedic maths course for all of you, all of your brothers, sisters, parents. You can join it. It's like awesome. Right, this is just a part of this, such a simple thing, simple logic. So sir, table of 12, I think way back I realized it. Table of 12, write down table of 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 and 20, and then write down the other side is table of 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. So see, 12 ones are 12, 12 twos are 24, 12 threes are 36, 12 fours are 48. Then over here it would be 5, 5 plus 1 is 6, 6 plus 1 is 7, 7 plus 1 is 8, 8 plus 1 is 9, 9 plus 1 is 10, and 10 plus 2 is 12. So 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, 84, 96, 108 and 120. Tell me guys, is it tough? So I would plan sessions like this, that every session you would have absolutely great fun, great learning. All right, and there would not be a chance where you would want to miss these sessions. Let's crack CSAT together, right? So chak de CSAT, right? So in Punjabi we say chak de fatte, right? So basically, once we like pumped up, we say let's do it. So for example, for me it is running. When I want to run, I'm a healthy guy, so I say let's do it, chak de, right? So let's do it together, you and me, all of us together. Welcome to the CSAT world, right? Thank you so much. My greetings to all of you. Please stay safe and stay healthy. Jai Hind.